live stream or roll up a power up. So get your lunch rolled and your drink poured. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Hey, look, today I'm gonna be telling y'all about this woman from a city called Pontiac, Michigan. Again, if you know anything about Pontiac, it's a real little bitty city that's about 20 to 30 minutes outside of Detroit. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Listen, right? This lady was off the hinges. You know what I'm saying? She left her kids for dead, and now the system leaving her for dead. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Listen, right? It's about time that these women are starting to get held accountable for the things that they do, because a lot of them be slipping through the cracks, man. And now we about to see somebody get made an example out of this shit. Tap in, tap the fuck in. This woman abandoned her kids for what they say 5 years, 5 fucking years, man. She abandoned babies for 5 years. A lot of these women are unfit parents. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Too skint. You know the A bar. You know how we rocking. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Hey, look, right? I'm so glad that I went and got my kids, that I saved my kids from their mama, because, you know, this probably could have been the same thing that could have happened to mine. So tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, let's get it, right? So before I give y'all my commentary on it, I'm gonna let y'all hear the story yourself, just in case you haven't heard it already. All right, it's my daughter's phone. It's my oldest. She 9 years old. This her shit, you know. So don't get on me. This is her phone. All right, let's go.
Top story, a judge setting the bond at $250 million for the woman accused of abandoning her children in a Pontiac home.
This is a story we've been following since Sunday, when we first found out about the heartbreaking investigation.
Kelly Marie Bryant facing a judge today, the 34-year-old appearing via Zoom in Pontiac's 50th District Court. The judge calling Bryant a danger to the community.
She is accused of leaving her 15-year-old son and her 12 and 13-year-old daughters alone since March of 2020. The children were discovered living in horrendous conditions.
7 News Detroit reporter Sarah Michaels listened in on that arraignment and is outside the home where that alleged abuse took place in Pontiac.
We have spent most of this afternoon outside of this home where 3 children were allegedly abandoned for nearly 5 years. We are told that they were living among mold, feces, and piles of trash up to 4 feet, 5 feet tall, some of which we just saw carried out a few moments ago.
Feces all over the place.
Soiled mattresses, moldy couches, dozens of pizza boxes, and trash, all being pulled out of this Pontiac home almost a week after 3 children were discovered living here. It is alleged that 34-year-old Kelly Marie Bryant abandoned 3 of her children here back in 2020. A boy and 2 girls, now 15, 13, and 12. Presumably 10, 8, and 7 at the time of their abandonment. They were finally found Friday during a wellness check for Bryant. According to the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, Bryant would drop off food periodically and threaten the children to never leave or answer the door. For nearly 5 years, we're told that they had no hygiene products. With the door and windows now open, you can smell the filth inside this home from the sidewalk.
I find her a continued danger to the children.
Bryant is now in jail facing 3 counts of first-degree child abuse. In court Thursday, she was given a $250 million cash bond. The judge saying that she doesn't believe anyone knows where Bryant herself was truly living at the time of this abuse, and that Bryant should have no contact with her own children or anyone under the age of 18.
I'm concerned that she still may have contact with a family member from the jail with instructions to continue to engage in fear tactics to forbid the children from cooperating with authorities.
The sheriff has told us that Brian's 3 children have received treatment from Care House in Pontiac this week. Care House is an incredible local nonprofit that provides treatment for children who are victims of abuse. Stay with us because coming up in an hour at 6, we are taking you inside Care House. Reporting in Pontiac, Sarah Michaels, 7 News Detroit.
All right. Now, let me give y'all my take on this, right? So first, we going to start here. The bond that was set for this woman, a $250 million bond. I never heard of it. I done been in and out the court system pretty much my whole life, since I was about like 17, 18, all the way up until recently, a few months ago. So I got almost 20 years in with the system, right? I never in my life heard of a $250 million bond. Now, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I never heard of it. You know what I'm saying? What I get out of a $250 million bond is the courts flexing their muscle. So they saying, hey, look, you ain't getting out. And we gonna prove it right here. We gonna set you a bond that's ridiculous. A bond like that is something for people like P. Diddy and the Dirks and shit like that, you know, for them people that got that kind of money. How you set a bond on a woman like her knowing she don't got that kind of money? Y'all seen her, her sitting in court. Y'all seen her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't got no $250 million and don't nobody around her got that kind of shit. Let me say this too about that bond, right? $250 million cash. So if somebody did want to bail her out, somebody she do know, or somebody that was just inspired by her case or whatever and decided, hey, I'm about to go ahead and go get her out of jail, right? Whoever it is, they show up with $250 million in cash. You know the first thing that's about to happen? Whoever you is that show up with that in cash, you about to get investigated, first off. And with that investigation, they about to put your ass in jail. And they still not going to use, even if your money cleared and everything, they still not going to use that towards her bond. This is just the system flexing their muscle. You know what I'm saying? And they know that ain't nobody going to come with that kind of amount anyway. And if if somebody do come with that kind of amount, your ass is getting investigated. Because first of all, why is you come to bail out this woman knowing that she left her kids for dead? She left these kids in this home for years, not taking care of them. Why would you come bail her out anyway? Especially for $250 million. You hop up, you go hit the bank, you take out $250 million in cash to go get this woman out of jail. Nah, you about to go to jail. Because you got something going on. If you believed in her that bad, why you didn't help her take care of them kids? Listen, right? This case right here is about to get ugly. I'm telling you right now. I hope that y'all, tune in. All you got to do is type up Pontiac woman abandon her kids. It'll pop up. She all over the damn place. But the story of her, I just had to give y'all about the bond first. You know what I'm saying? Now let me go ahead and go into her, right? So they said the kids, it's a 15-year-old boy, what they said like a 12 and a 10-year-old girl or something like that. Well, at the time when the mother first left the kids there, the boy was like 10 and the girls was like 6 and 8, some shit like that. They was little bitty ass kids. Even with the boy being 10 years old, he still was a little bitty ass child. You know what I'm saying? Man, look. This woman abandoned her kids to live at home alone. And all of these kids is 10 years and younger. Now, it's one thing when you want to give your kids some independence, you know, to let them how to learn how to maneuver around on their own. So you might leave them at home for a couple of hours. We all know this. We all been through this, you know. But you only do something like that for a couple of hours, tops. You know what I'm saying? You give the kids a little privacy to learn how to, so they can learn how to maneuver on their own. You give them a couple of hours. You don't continue this on for no damn 5 years. Like, come on, man. Too scant. I'm gonna pull it up, bro. Get that drink poured while you pulling it up, my nigga. All right. So with her leaving them kids. So basically, they said what she was doing over the course of the past 5 years. They said that she would come by, drop off pizzas and shit like that. You know, they had no hygiene. They wasn't going to school. Nothing. So where was this lady at for the past 5 years while her kids is cooped up in this house with nothing? You want to know what I think? I think she was out with a pookie. Yeah. She was somewhere with a damn pookie. That's just the truth of the matter. She was somewhere with a pookie. She wasn't with family members, that's for sure. Because if she was, them family members bald as fuck. Because how 5 years go by and ain't nobody seen the kids? You know what? Speaking on that, the family bald as hell anyway. Because how 5 years then went by and ain't none of y'all asked nothing about these kids? When to go see them? Nothing. You know, this is the problem in our community, man. You know, it's like people want to have kids for some attention, but then when the kids grow up, and they start getting of age and things like that, the parents don't want to take care of them no more. You know, it's all fun and games, it's all cute and shit when they little babies, you know. But then when they start getting older and they asking you for stuff, they need things, they need you to take them places. A lot of these people in our community don't want to deal with it. They just like the cute part of it when they first had the kid. It was cute at first, but now the kid, he not a baby no more. This kid has needs now, and that require your time. Let me bag that up, right? So like I was saying with our community, the black community, right? A lot of these women, they like the pookies. The pookies is the broke niggas in the hood, the street niggas, you know what I'm saying, that be on that tip, toting guns and all that, gang and all of that shit, right? Them the pookies that, you know, YouTubers be calling them the pookies, right? Women in the hood love them type of niggas, right? I mean, I guess it go hand in hand because they in the hood with them, so, you know. But the thing of it is that they know these guys ain't no good, but they can't get enough of them. They gotta fuck them. They gotta be around them, right? So the pookies is fucking these girls and getting them pregnant. They get them pregnant and then they leave them alone, which the women already knew the pookies wasn't gonna be there no way. But they get pregnant by the nigga. They feel that if they have this man kid, he gonna be around because they got a kid now. You know, they gonna work on the relationship. He gonna get better. He gonna get out the streets. He gonna be a family man. This be the thoughts that be going on in these women minds. The Pookishas, right? This be their thought process. So they go ahead and go with the process of having these guys kids, right? With them having these guys kids, and they know that these guys not gonna be around, they really don't care. Because their next goal is government funding, assistance, you know, all of the little picky ups that come with the shit, right? And they feel like they got Facebook, Instagram supporters. And they got their family and their homegirls behind them. So fuck a nigga. I don't need that nigga. I'm gonna take care of my own kid. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all on the internet popping that shit the whole time they pregnant, all of that, right? So they getting all these likes and comments, you know, people telling them Go ahead, girl, go strong. We got your back, blah, 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 blah. All this, right? So they go through with the whole process. And then they have the Pookie's baby. Before they had a baby, it's the belly bumps that they posting all over the internet. The baby shower, you know, everybody come to the baby shower, everybody supporting, everybody, you know, throwing them gifts and, you know, having a good time. And it's a great time before the child get here. Jane, what's the deal? Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right. Like I said, after the baby shower, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. That was cool. Now, these women thinking that these same people that was at the baby shower, at the hospital when they had the child, and before they had the child, they thinking all these same people that was supporting the hell out of them is going to be there for them after they had this child. When that's not the case. They had that child, and these same people go on about their business. Yeah, it was all cute and everything while you was pregnant, and we knew the Pookie boyfriend wasn't gonna be around. So yeah, we was supporting you. We came to your baby shower. We got you up. All right, now you got to go from there. These Pookishas, they don't look at it like that. They think that that support is gonna be there for them every single day. So now that they had this kid, a couple of people come around, play with the baby, rub their stomach, give them encouraging words, blah, 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 right? All that for the time to go on for these same people to fall back. Why is that, Mr. Roller? Because these people got their own fucking life. You know what I'm saying? They got their own kids. They got their own shit going on. Don't nobody got time to be chasing behind you and your child because you went and had a baby by a Pookie that ain't nowhere around that ain't gonna help you. That's your business. It was cute when you was pregnant, but now the reality hit. The child is here. You have to take care of your kids. Kids, how many ever it is, you have to take care of yours. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else got their own life. So now all them same people that was supporting you all on the internet, you know, them same people came to your baby shower and all of that, they pulling back from you now. They like, hey, you know, we got our own kids. We taking our own trips. We doing our own thing. You know, you got to take care of yours. And with that being said, that's when the Pookishas become bitter. Because now all that support that they thought they was going to have with this child, it don't exist. So you know what these Pookishas do? They have more kids. Meaning more assistance, more government funding, more support to come around again because they pregnant again. They going through the cycle again. So now them same people that smoked them on their first kid, now they came back around. Oh, girl, you having another one? All right, let's turn up. Let's do the baby shower. But they do all the same process all over again for the second child. They had a second child. It happens again. All of them same people go their way because they got their own life to live, right? Some of these Pookishas, they got to go for a third round or fourth round. Continue and continue. They just keep having kids because now their kids is their support. Their kid is what's going to get some funding for them. Their kids is what's going to get them some attention. Their kids. It's not about what they going to do for their kids. It's about what their kids can get them. You know what I'm saying? This is why they be so bitter and hate men so much. When it take two to tangle, baby, you knew that guy that you was tangling with wasn't going to be there. But you felt like if you had his child, he would turn around and be a good man and all of that, right? Now listen, I'm not putting all the blame on the women. I'm just speaking on this for this situation that I'm giving y'all right now. Because the men that don't take care of their kids, they dead ass wrong. Dead ass fucking wrong. I don't support that shit on no level. I am a single father to 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't support that on no level. I'm just getting on the woman side of this shit because it's always the women talking about men ain't shit. But this case right here clearly indicates that this woman wasn't shit. And I'm explaining to y'all why she not shit. And I can guarantee you, I can just about guarantee you, this is exactly why she left them kids like that. Because she thought the Pookie or Pookies, because when they have multiple kids, most of the time they got multiple baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? So with her doing this shit with the Pookies or whatever, you know, she thinking that they gonna be there. They not. She thinking that the Facebook comments and likes is gonna support her when they don't. She think that the government gonna keep chasing her and giving her what she want when they're not. The government gonna do so much, the internet gonna do so much. 9 times out of 10, your baby daddy ain't gonna do nothing. So the rest is on you. And this is how you end up with a situation like this right now that I'm bringing to you. So with this woman not having that support, and it's pretty evident that she don't have that support because, again, where the hell has the family members been at for the past 5 years? Ain't nobody asked, hey, where these kids at? These are little kids. These not teenagers going into adulthood. These are kids in single digits. The oldest one just hit double digits. He was just 10. The other 2 was single digits. Them my daughters. My daughters is 7 and 9. So at that time, her daughters was that age. You can't leave them at home by themselves for no damn 5 years. You know, not even 5 weeks. Not even 5 days. I wouldn't even leave them for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you left them for 5 years. This just go to show you didn't have the support that you thought you was gonna have with these damn kids that you was having. Peter Cyber, I was just watching one of your prison stories. Tap in, tap the fuck in. You know, I keep it 100 over here, man. Subscribe. When you subscribe, you're gonna get that notification every time I drop some heat. And I got a whole lot more coming. So tap in. Now listen, right? With her not having that support, this how she play her kids. Because she want to be back out on the streets with the Pookie. You know what I'm saying? She want to get dicked down. So this is what she doing to her kids. She locking them up in a house like they in jail. I don't know if y'all heard it or whatnot, but I did watch a couple of clips of this situation. And one of the clips said that those kids haven't been in school since. So they done missed 5 years worth of school. So that means these kids are illiterate. They illiterate. They probably can't even talk right, let alone write anything, you know what I'm saying, comprehend what's going on. I can guarantee you they probably can't read, you know what I'm saying? And these kids are preteens now. So their whole life is traumatized. And that 5 years of school that they missed, they can't go back to school and catch that up like that. Like, it don't work like that. If anything, they're going to have to homeschool to catch up on things, you know, and that's going to take time. And it got to be people there investing in them for that. These kids is trauma bond. You know what I'm saying? Nah. With that, her leaving them in the house by themselves, not being there for them, not doing shit. Just out here partying and getting digged down. That's all you've been doing for 5 years straight. That's all you had going on. You ain't put no money up. You ain't did shit. And you can tell, you see it in her mugshot. Well, not mugshot, in her court appearance. She was looking fucking horrible in her court appearance. And if I didn't show it to you real good off the phone, because, you know, I couldn't really angle it right, maybe you didn't see her. Like I said, Google it. Pontiac woman abandoned her kids. It'll pop up. You will see how she was looking in her court appearance. She looked like she just got into a big ass brawl and the girl snatched all her weave out. You know what I'm saying? That's how she looking in her court appearance. You ain't took care of these kids in 5 years. You couldn't get your hair done. You know, like not a wig, like your real actual hair. You couldn't get that, done right. When you don't take care of your kids, you ain't even left them no hygiene. Let alone take care of them. They don't even got no hygiene. So the least you could have did was at least showed up in your court appearance, or at least with a nice hairdo with your hair braided down or something. Something. Nah, you in there looking like you just got beat the hell up. Matter of fact, you probably did. And I'm going to speak on that because guess what? Them people in the jail, they ain't rocking with that. They is not rocking with that. So she probably is getting her ass beat the fuck up. Jane, do you know any luxury watches or watches in general? Do you know Joe Rodeo? No. You trolling? Nah. Too skint. She fried, folks. Hey, on the 6th, she is done. You know what I'm saying? She is done. But anyway, so you leave these kids in this house for 5 years straight. No hygiene, no nothing. You just coming by with boxes of pizza. And as y'all can see in the video, they had plenty of boxes of pizzas. You know what I'm saying? This all that the fuck that they was bringing out the house was boxes of pizza. So you been feeding these kids pizza for 5 years. Pizza ain't even nothing healthy. This is why my title says she left them for dead. Because not only she left them by themselves, but she was feeding them straight up crap for 5 years straight. I'm surprised them kids made it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. You know? Jane, no, I'm not trolling. Just trying to find some watch. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't wear jewelry or none of that. So, I ain't even in that kind of lane. I cannot find right one, so I ask people opinions. Hey, you want to know? I'm gonna tell you like this. Detroit niggas, we wear Rolexes. That's all I can tell you on the watches. So, if you want you a nice Rollie, come up on like 5 to 10 bands because they gonna cost you. Other than that, Joe Rodeos and things like that. I guess Joe Rodeo's cool, but like I said, I'm a Detroit nigga. Our thing is Rolex, so that's all I can give you on that. Joe Rodeo is a name brand, but it ain't a Detroit thing. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't give you no insight on jewelry. Only thing I can tell you about us is Detroit niggas. We like Cuban link chains. We like Cartier glasses. We like Rolex watches. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Back to what I was saying about girl. You know what I'm saying? And with these kids. Salute to the kids, man, because they held it the fuck down. They held it down for 5 years for them being little bitty kids. You know what I'm saying? Now look. With these kids, right? I don't know if y'all heard it in the video, but it said that they was around feces and shit like that. That's shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really got to go look at it, man. It's a few different snippets on this whole situation. And like I said, just Google Pontiac woman abandoned her kids. You know what I'm saying? Pontiac, Michigan woman abandoned her kids. Because I'm pretty sure it's Pontiacs in different cities and states and shit like that. Pontiac, Michigan woman abandoned her kids. And it wasn't even like it was a big ass house or nothing. It looked like it might have been a condo or something. 2-family flat, duplex, something like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing, So these kids was in a little bitty ass space. And I seen a woman that had to, her and her team that had to go in there and clean up that house. I seen her go live. I seen her live. And that house, it was not a house. It was literally like maybe a 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? So these 3 kids is living in this little bitty ass area with nothing. And they survived. So again, salute to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Nah, listen, right? There's feces everywhere, meaning shit everywhere. They said that it was rats and roaches running around in there. If you, like I said, look at all the snippets because I didn't watch a couple of them. Look at the snippets where the guys that had to go in there and clean out the house. You know what I'm saying? Go look at them snippets. The men will tell you when they came in there to clean out the house, they said it was rats and roaches running all around that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And these kids, they beds was soiled, meaning full of piss, full of shit, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine they sleeping on the floors. You know what I'm saying? These rats and roaches running across them, scratching and biting them and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? On a daily, all day long. How you think them kids was feeling in there? You know them kids was crying themselves to sleep every night. They don't have no guardianship over them or nothing. They just trapped in this damn 2 bedroom. You know what I'm saying? By 3 of them with no hygiene, no schooling, no nothing. Why she out with the goddamn Pookie? You know what I'm saying? She out with the Pookie, getting dicked down. While her kids is living in a condition that can take them out at any given moment. And she don't give a fuck. She carried this on for 5 years straight. You didn't miss milestones. You know what I'm saying? My kids at the age where they teeth falling out and they new teeth coming in. My 9-year-old, all her teeth fell out, came in. My 7-year-old, she got like a couple of more teeth that's still coming in. So that time that she left them kids there, they was still going through that kind of shit. So you missing milestones of your kid's life. They mouth can be getting affected because they not getting the right type of treatment. You know they not going to see the doctor. They not going to see the dentist, the eye doctor, nothing. So you know they got problems. They haven't been in school, so they illiterate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did more hurt than help to these kids by thinking you leave them in the house, they good. But you really trauma buying them for real badly, very fucking badly. And you left them in a dirty ass environment. When you came by to drop off them damn pizzas, you could have came through with a broom and mop, cleaned that bitch up. It wouldn't have took long. It was a small space. It wasn't like you was living in a mansion and you needed your nanny to come over there and take care of that. You was in a little bitty ass space. You could have came and cleaned that place up at least once a week for them damn kids. Every time you came and dropped them off some damn pizza, you should have came through there with a broom and mop or a vacuum cleaner, whatever the fuck needed to be done. Then you coming by dropping off pizzas, right? You're not gonna tell me you ain't smelled the smell that's coming from the inside of this home? You don't smell that? You don't want to go in there and say, hey, it ain't smelling right in here. I need to clean up for y'all. Y'all my kids. Y'all in here living in filth. That filth alone can get in your system and kill you. Where's your thinking at? What is going on in your mind? Hey, listen, right? I want y'all to tune in to this YouTube channel that I've been fucking with real heavy. My man's name, MABW. Men Against Bitter Women. But you can type in MABW, he'll pop up. He do reaction videos. He recently just did a reaction video on the synthetic wigs that women wear in their head. Now, like I said, I've been following bro for a while. You know what I'm saying? And he always talk about black women with these wigs. And he always say he think it's something frying their brain because they had these crazy ass expectations of a man. He got to be 6 feet tall. He got to be, 200 pounds in shape. He got to be making $100,000 a year. He got to be emotionally available for me. He got to take me on trips. Blah, 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 blah. And they don't never got nothing for that man that they going to be taking care of. It's always about what he going to do for them. So MABW, Men Against Bitter Women. MABW. This is what he do reaction videos on. And I love his channel. Salute to my dog. You know what I'm saying? He just give you the real on what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? He let the women talk. They talk. Basically, he do a lot of reaction videos on Kendra G. You know, y'all heard of Kendra G live, you know, singles. She basically trying to connect people with each other type shit. So people call in to her show, you know, they describe themselves and what they want out of a man or a woman. And, you know, hopefully somebody in the comments or whatever look at that person like, oh, I like that person. Then jump in their DM, boom, boom, they go from there. That's the Kendra G show, right? MABW, he do reaction videos behind the videos that she do. You know what I'm saying? And he be just proving how these black women be having some crazy ass expectation of men. Why they have to do absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he always speak on, it's something with them wigs. It's something with them wigs that make these women have these high expectations, like they just Beyonce's or something. You know what I'm saying? Now, yesterday, he just did a video on the wig, right? And with that being said, it was an actual study on those wigs. And they saying that it's all type of contaminations and shit that's put into them wigs. So basically, it was proving his point of what he be saying about women wearing these synthetic wigs. It's something in it that's eating your brain up. You know what I'm saying? And every time I watch his channels, I just be thinking like, you know what, you're right. It do sound like it's something with them wigs. Like, because all of them wear these damn wigs and they all think that they top-notch women. All of them. They put them damn wigs on, they put some makeup on, little lipstick. You can't tell them shit. They perfect 10s. And whatever man come into their life, gotta treat them like royalty. But they take that damn wig off, they don't look like shit. You know, so he always speak on it. So my point of all of that, right, is that what he was saying about the wigs makes sense. And I seen it on this girl. Her name Kelly something. You know what I'm saying? The one that abandoned her kids. I'm looking at her mug shot. She got one of them damn busted ass lace fronts on, which is eating up her fucking brain, which is exactly why she did what she did to her kids. It's something in them wigs, man. So my advice to y'all, please stop wearing them, because it's something going on with them wigs. And again, Too Skinny, men against bitter women. Yes, MABW, go check him out. Like I said, he recently just did a video on this shit, and it was a whole study on them damn wigs. Like, it's something in them wigs that's eating these women brains up. It is. And again, you watch the video, they'll tell you in the study exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, man. But like I said, when I seen girl mugshot, she had that damn lace front on, you know? And I'm like, you know, that's probably what it is with her too. That damn wig probably ate her fucking brain up. You know what I'm saying? Where she leaving her kids out here to fend for themselves, just so she can go be with a Pookie. These are your kids. Let me say this too, right? If you don't want your kids, please, if you don't want your kids, you can't have nobody help you out with your kids. You don't got no support. Blah, 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 blah. Take your kids to the hospital. Drop them off at the hospital. Tell them you can't handle them no more. Take them to the police department. Tell them you can't handle them no more. Take them to the fire department. Tell them you can't handle them no more. It's organizations and programs that's set up to take care of abandoned kids. So instead of you trauma binding these kids like this, you can send them somewhere where they can get some real help, while you can go out and be with your Pookie all motherfucking day long. But here's the flip part to that. Because like I said earlier, they get the government assistance, the funding, et cetera, right? The Section 8, all of that, right? And just think about it. If she haven't been there for 5 years, how you think the bills are getting paid? I'll wait. The assistance, Section 8. Section 8 was paying them bills. Section 8 paying them bills for 5 years and don't even know they paying them bills on some kids that's trapped in this damn house. They can't read, they can't spell, probably could barely talk. Know they mouths fucked up because they haven't seen a dentist. You know what I'm saying? They got all type of new growth everywhere and they haven't been treated properly. So these kids is fucked up. And this is what Section 8 is providing for. When you got people out here that really need that shit, that really would appreciate that, but then you give it to a woman like this that ain't even there for that type of shit. She leaving her kids there. Like she threw them in the ring to fend for themselves, threw them in the jungle, told them to come out with a mink coat or something. Like this shit a video game. This is how she treated her kids. So again, to anyone out there that feel like you just at the end with your kids, you can't do it no more, they bad as hell, you broke, you don't got nowhere to live, you can't take care of them, blah, 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 blah. Please drop them off to one of these organizations. Somebody will take your kids and your ass can go on about your business. It's just that damn simple. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trapping them in this house like that. What about this? What if one of them kids would have found a lighter or something around the house, got to flicking with it, playing, boom, set the carpet on fire, burnt the whole damn house up. Everybody in there died. Now you be looking at murder charges. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that could have went wrong with them kids being in there like that. What if the boy? What if he decided to turn to be on some bullshit? He like, hey, I'm at the end of life. I don't know what the fuck going on. Fuck it. And he just decided to turn around and start messing with his sisters. We all know that go on. You know what I'm saying? What if that shit would have started happening? And you as the mother, you not here to supervise anything. You don't know what's going on. All you know is you pull up with your pookie boyfriend, you run up to the door with a high and ready. You can't even come with no prestigious food for them. You know, something that help their digestive system or nothing. All you come with is some damn greasy ass bread with pepperoni on it. That's what you got for your own kids, and then you gone. Again, I don't know if it was in the same snippet that I just presented, but like I said, you watch the snippets, you will get more information. But one of the snippets, it was saying how when she come and drop the pizza off, she don't even talk to the daughters. She'd just hand the pizza off to the son. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm thinking is this like some DoorDash shit. She come to the door, she hand the son the pizzas, and then she go get back in the car and pull off. They said she wouldn't even talk to the daughters. So that means that she wouldn't even go in the house. She would just hand the damn pizzas off right there at the door. There you go. All right, I'm gone. Again, you don't know what's going on in there. It could be a whole nother man in there messing with your kids. You don't know what the fuck going on in there. And this is Pontiac. Pontiac is the hood, just like Detroit. Pontiac just a whole lot smaller than Detroit. If this is Detroit, this is Pontiac. You know what I'm saying? Pontiac, like Detroit, like 3 or 4 times bigger than Pontiac. But it's about the same shit. They both the fucking ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, one of them ghetto niggas could be in that house with your kids right now. They could have been around there watching your kids every day, watching you leaving them there every day. And the nigga could have waited till you pulled off, ran right up on the door. Hey, y'all need a little help up in here? Let me in here. I'm going to clean up for y'all. I'm going to cook for y'all. Woo, woo, woo. These little kids, they could have been like, all right, cool. We don't got nothing to eat. We don't got no toothbrush. We don't go to school. We don't know. And they could have let a nigga up in there and nigga could have had his way with them. And she wouldn't have known. She wouldn't have gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, back to her with this $250 million bond. Like I said earlier, that was just the courts flexing their muscle. She not getting out. Even if you come with that $250 million bond, they not letting her out. Because all they had to do to say was no bond. No bond. But nah, they wanted to flex their muscle. They said, hey, you know what? We gonna hit you with a crazy ass bond. Just to show you we is not playing with you. This is a clear-cut example of making an example out of somebody. Because when they finally caught up with her and they found out what was going on in this home, they arrested her. And they gave her a $250 million bond. Didn't nobody die in this case. Didn't nobody get raped. Didn't nobody get kidnapped. Didn't nobody get robbed. None of that. And she has one of the highest bonds I ever heard of in my life. You know what I'm saying? Even P. Diddy was trying to put up, what, like $100 million bond? Her bond is $150 million more than what P. Diddy was trying to put up just to get out. And he got the money. Her bond doubled it. You know what I'm saying? And it's cash. It ain't like you could just come with your credit card. All right, take $250 million off of here. I need to get her out. No, they got to be in cash. It's cash surety. Do you know how hard it will be to get $250 million out the bank? The bank not just about to give you $250 million. Even these high-profile celebrities, you don't see them with no goddamn $100 million, $200 million in cash. You don't see that. The most you will see them with is probably like $1 million, maybe $2 million. Because you can't just take out all of that type of cash at one time. Like, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. You can't just take that kind of bread out like that. So again, that was just the court straight flexing their muscle, letting it be known, hey, this individual right here, this individual is bad. Because they could hit her with a no bond, and a lot of people in jail be like, okay, this is another one with no bond, you know, whatever. But a $250 million bond, now everybody in there scratching their heads. $250 million? What the fuck you done did for your bond to be something crazy like that? You know, what you done did, especially here in Michigan. Like, that is unheard of. You know what I'm saying? For real, that is unheard of. So, with the bond, again, it was all a flex. You know what I'm saying? And the judge flexed the hell out that muscle. $250 million cash. I caught my case. I was out here robbing shit. I was putting shit in niggas' face. Psh, give me that. I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a real life threat to people. My bond was only $100,000. $100,000. You know what I'm saying? And I was real life out here scaring people. You know what I'm saying? She locked her kids in the house and got a $250 million bond. What that tell you? She not going nowhere. It's over. They about to fry the shit out of her ass. And she is in prison every day, crying, sad, sick as hell about the situation. She wishing she could go back in time and reverse that. Even if she could go back in time and she didn't want to be a good mother, she would go back in time and do exactly what I said. Drop them kids off to an organization. Somebody will take them. Even if they turned around and charged her some type of child support for her abandoning her kids, at least she would have her freedom. I keep telling y'all, man, freedom is the number one thing in life, man. That's why it's a jail. That's why it's prisons out here. To take your freedom from you. because that's the most valuable thing. It ain't about how much money you can make. It ain't about your name being on the internet. It ain't about how many people see you on TV. It ain't about none of that. It's about your freedom, man. It's about your freedom. If you talk to most people that get older, you know what I'm saying, that like came from prison, came from the street, shit like that, and they a little older, like in their 30s to, I'm gonna just say 30s to 60s. Talk to them type of people that been in the streets and did all of that type of shit as a young age. They will tell you that freedom is unmatched. Unmatched. You can make, dog, I'm gonna use Big Meech for a perfect example. Big Meech was worth, well, I ain't gonna say he was worth, but Big Meech probably came across a good $200 million just to go serve 20 years of his life in prison. Do you think that was a fair trade? Would you trade 20 years of your life for $200 million? I don't think so. Because your freedom is unmatched. Your freedom is priceless. And that's why it's a system set up to take your freedom from you. If you don't want to abide by life rules, there's a system that has a setup for you to take your freedom away from you. No more freedom. How about that? Since this is what you out here doing to people, how about you have no more freedom? It's the worst shit you could do to somebody. So for all the people that look at people like on death row and shit like that, they be like, man, just go ahead and kill that motherfucker. Why have him on death row for 10, 20 years? It's all set up for a reason, man. That shit is a punishment. That shit is a punishment. If they just go ahead and kill him and take him out, it wasn't no punishment. They just died. So what? They gone. But you can make that same individual sit in that cell for 20 years before y'all kill him. That 20 years that man sat on death row was way worse than him getting that ejection to take his life. He been waiting 20 years on that injection. You know what I'm saying? And this woman right here, this Kelly chick, she about to understand that. Because it ain't no death sentence here in Michigan. So she about to do the rest of her life in prison. She will have no more freedom to be with the Pookies, the Ray Rays, at the clubs, with the homegirls, turning up, popping bottles. Ain't no more of that. It's over. And she know it. If she don't know it no other way, she know it just off of her bond. It's over. That bond alone, let it be known, it's a wrap. Here's another thing. I don't know if y'all caught it, but the judge said you can't have no contact with your kids at all. So she can't even talk to her own kids for the remainder of her life, while she's serving the remainder of her life in prison with no freedom. So she jacked her whole wreck all around the board just to leave her kids at home. And again, big salute, because it's time to hold these women accountable, because she not the first one. A lot of these women do this shit all the time, man. They want to go hang out in the clubs. They want to get dick down. You know what I'm saying? They want to turn up with their homegirls and be leaving their kids at home by themselves. And they do it every day. They be all on the internet with it. You be looking like, damn, I know this bitch got 4 or 5 kids. How she always out at the club? How she always turned up? How she always trips and shit? Where's her kids at? They at home by themselves, trying to raise themselves. And now one of them finally got caught. So guess what? This gonna open the eyes to a lot of women that be doing that shit. For real. Because ain't nobody above the law. And she got caught up. And she should have. She been doing this for 5 years. If she wouldn't have got caught, this probably would have went on another 5 to 10 years until the kids finally left the nest and said, hey, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? It need to happen. And it's about to happen. And guess what? It don't end there. Not only you got your freedom took from you, now you got to worry about the women in there that's about to be on your ass for the rest of your life. In Michigan, it's only one female prison. It's like 50 male prisons here. It's only one female prison. So she about to be in that prison for the rest of her life, that same box for the rest of her life with all of these women. And these women know what she in there for. And they gonna get on her ass. Cause just like how we watch the news and we can see what she in there for and what she did, they can see the same thing in prison. They got the news channels, all that. So they know what's going on before she even get there. So they waiting on her. Guess what? Her people ain't fucking with her. They not about to send her no commissary or nothing. Ain't nobody about to fuck with her. You abandoned them kids for 5 years, left them in a roach infested, rat and mice infested apartment. You ain't leave them no hygiene. You ain't took them to school. The least you could have did was came pulled up 7 a.m., took them to school. This is Pontiac. Pontiac is a little bitty ass city. So whatever the schools is out there, they not too far away from wherever she live. It's a little bitty ass town. The school is probably in walking distance, if anything. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even send your kids off to school. At least if they could have went to school, they could have had friends in there. They could have gave them some pointers on what to do while they at home by themselves. Because other kids do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of their friends at school could have gave them some hygiene or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have learned things by being in school. You wouldn't even let them go to school. And now to think about it, why you didn't let them go to school? Because you know they would have exposed your ass. Well, I tell you like this, it would have been better if the kids went to school and exposed you. Your punishment would have been a whole lot less, just because of the fact you at least do have them in school. But since you wasn't showing no care to them, you got a $250 million bond. And on top of that, like I said, when you hit the big house, them girls about to tear a hole in your ass. You about to have a miserable life for the rest of your life. And that Pookie or them Pookies that you was running around with, them niggas gone. You can believe that. They not about to be writing you, sending you pictures or none of that. Them Pookies probably didn't even know that you had kids. You probably told them you didn't even have kids. You probably told them that. And now for them to see your face all over the news for abandoning your 3 kids just to go get some dick. You hit, baby. You could believe that. And them girls in prison, they ain't going for it. So even if you do got somebody that will send you some commissary, they gonna tell you check that shit in. Soon as that bag drop, they gonna tell you check that in. And it ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You're going to have to comply with whatever it is that they tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense, man. Man. People don't understand what they lost until they lost it. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what's going on in her mind right now while she's serving her time. You know, I can guarantee you, because I noticed I done been in here with them type of guys way too much, way too long for these same exact reasons, for the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not the same exact case, but facing the same type of time. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, she is done for it. And I'm here for it. So I'm going to be following up on this story. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be on it. I'm going to see what's going on with this shit, because I want to see her ass get cooked. She deserved every moment of the cooking session that's about to come up. And the judge already put down the play. Hey, $250 million bond. Just in case you want to get out. $250 million bond. She giving these kids $5 pizzas. You think that she got $250 million to get out of prison right now? Cash at that? Not credit, not a debit card. You know what I'm saying? Not no Target hookup, not a gift card. No, they want that in cash. You can't even rob enough banks to come up with that type of money. You know what I'm saying? So, girl is done for. She done for. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to say, but it is what the fuck it is. So, I'm gonna say this one more time, man. If you in a situation where you don't want your kids, you don't want to deal with them no more, you don't want them around you, whatever the case is, drop them off. It's organizations that will take your kids in. It's plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of projects out here that is here to help the kids because they know that these parents don't want to do that. They know that these parents don't have the mental capacity to be there for their kids because when at the time when they was having kids, they wasn't having kids out of general love. They was having kids out of the fact that, oh, okay, Pookie about to be around. He gonna have to deal with his kids. Or the government gonna fund everything. Or my family gonna support me. I'ma be good. I'm good anyway. But then when that reality finally set in, they like, oh shit, ain't nobody fucking with me. Ain't nobody doing this. Ain't nobody taking me here. Ain't nobody watching the kids. Ain't nobody supporting me. Fuck them kids. And that's exactly what a lot of these people be on. Fuck them kids. You know what I'm saying? So if you got that type of mental capacity going on, this is what this is for. Take them to a program that will accept them. There's plenty of programs that will at any given moment. So if you don't got it figured out and you don't know what to do, let the kids go, man. Let them go. Because if you don't, you're going to be next up to face a situation like this for $250,000 bond. $250,000. That's some El Chapo type shit. You know what I'm saying? And this girl ain't sold a brick. But she got one of the highest bonds, probably in the country. Because like I said, I ain't heard of nobody with a $250 million bond. If you heard of somebody with a $250 million bond, let me know. I never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? And again, if it is somebody with that kind of bond, it's somebody with that kind of money. We know girl don't got that kind of money. She from Pontiac. You know what I'm saying? That type of money not floating around Pontiac. Pontiac this damn big. You know what I'm saying? A $250 million is not floating around that bitch. So that bond was a complete flex to let you know, girl not getting out. And again, she can't talk to her kids. None of that. You can't talk to your kids. So now you about to have to do the rest of your life not being able to talk to your kids. So just to say, if it's 5 to 10 years from now and she in prison, in her cell, watching her TV, flipping the channels, right? And boom, she see one of her kids on TV. And she like, damn, my kid then blew up and made it. She can't hop on the phone and call her kid and say, hey, I love that you're successful, that you're doing. No contact. She is blocked from talking to them, period. She can't call them nothing. It's over with. So even if her kids do get over the trauma bond and they excel, she won't have no parts in it at all. And 9 times out of 10, new kids probably is going to excel just because of what they've been through and because that they survived what they had to go through and that they took care of business during what they had to go through. So it's like a good, I'd say 70% chance that they will succeed because I never heard of kids like that being left alone for that type of time. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they speaking on the feces and how nasty and filthy it was in there. You know, I hear a lot of people saying that the 15-year-old boy should have been around there cleaning up and all of this shit, right? But y'all keep forgetting that they got left alone when the boy was only 10 years old. So he don't know how to properly do things. Just because he 15 now, he been going through this since he was 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know what the fuck to do. They don't even have no hygiene. So what is they gonna clean up? If they don't have no hygiene, no deodorant, or toothbrush, or nothing like that, what the fuck? What type of bleach they got? They don't have no hygiene. So for all the people that was saying, "Oh, that boy was 15 years old, he could have been around there cleaning up," blah 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 blah. They didn't have no hygiene. So what was he supposed to clean up with? They couldn't even brush their damn teeth. You think he could have been in there sweeping and mopping floors? Come on, man. Cut it out, man. Stop always trying to make an excuse for people, man. That mother was supposed to be there for her kids, and she wasn't. And guess what? The system about to make a whole example out of her ass. And they doing it right now. $250,000 bond. And you know what? I'm glad. Just like how we get these pookies off the streets, them pookies, they need to go too. They ain't no different. They ain't nothing special. They out here doing the same thing. They following the pookies. They helping the pookies. They supporting the pookies. They fucking the pookies. They having kids by the damn pookies. This is why this type of shit is going on. Because it ain't just the pookies out here that's just doing this shit. It's the people that's supporting them. If the pookies didn't have nobody to support them, do you think that they would continue to be pookies for the rest of their life? If they ain't get no support, they ain't get no pussy, they ain't get nothing out the whole deal. You think that they'd keep on being pookies on their own? Look at it like this. It's the wintertime. Where you think them pookies living at? They living in a Pookisha house with the Pookisha supporting them. My point exactly. Somebody is supporting these Pookies. It's the fucking winter. They have to have somewhere to live. If these Pookies, they ain't working, they ain't making no money, they bums, they ain't doing shit, all they doing is gang banging and toting guns, where they gonna live at? Mom's only gonna tolerate that so much of that shit. So where is they living at? They living with the Pookishas that like that type of shit. That think because these niggas toting guns and claiming gangs that, oh, them niggas tough as hell. Them niggas, they gonna protect me. They gonna make sure nothing happen to me. So yeah, move them on in. And what they do? They move them into their house until they get into it with these Pookies, right? When they get into it with them, then they put them out. And when try to expose them all over the internet, all this bum, dusty ass, broke nigga, blah, 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 this nigga wasn't no shit, blah, 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 that nigga a buster, blah, 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 right? But he wasn't none of that while he was staying with you the whole time. Like I said, this right here is a strict awareness that you Pookishas, y'all asses could go to jail too. And I'm glad that it's happening because it's been a long time coming, man. I know plenty of these Pookishas. I know plenty of them. I know a girl right now. No lie. I know a girl right now. She has 9 kids by 5 baby daddies. 9. Right? She out every day. Every day. And she has roaches in her home. All 9 of her kids living. She out all the time and she got roaches in her place right now. Yes, I was there. I seen it. I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was over her house one time and I seen this big ass roach scale up the damn wall. That shit scared the fuck out of me. I jumped up out the bed and ran out the house. Swear to God. This is how I fell out with one of my homeboys. Because as soon as I ran out the house, because the girl that had the kids, she came and got me from where I was at. Like, she wanted some dick bad. You know what I'm saying? She came and got me, took me back to her house. When I seen that motherfucking roach scale up the wall like that, I shot right out the house. I got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? No lie. I ran up out that bitch. I walked down the street. I called my homeboy. I'm like, hey, bitch, where you at? Because I know he be in that area. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened the nigga, like, I'm right around the corner. Bitch, come get me. This bitch got roaches. I can't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm from the hood and all that, but I don't do that. I'm cool on that. You feel me? The nigga never showed up. You know what I'm saying? So I smoked him. Me and him, we ended our friendship off of something that I had got going on. You know what I'm saying? But he played me like he was about to come get me and shit, and he never came through. You feel me? But my point is about that is it's a lot of Pookeishas out here that don't be getting caught up in the system because the government fund these type of women, and they fund them because the government get funded by them. It's all a chain of command, man. It ain't like the government just saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, we just gonna take care of a girl or whatever, you know. She don't got no baby daddy. She got a bunch of kids. Let's just go ahead and take care of her. No, man. All this shit is to a science. That's why they had case numbers. That's why they had case workers. Because that means that when you got something going on with the system, that case number, it funds the government to fund you. Because the government is your daddy. So they getting funded to fund you. So if they send you $100, they probably gonna get like $30 out that $100. Mind you, the government is the ones that print the money, so they not taking no losses anyway. So out that $100 that they sent you, they still get they cut. And on top of it, you relying on them every month. So they printing the money and they giving you your little cut every month. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of these women fall victim to. They look at the government as their savior. And that's why they run straight to them. I had my kids for 4 years. I got my kids back in 2021. Listen, right? I have one baby mama. My one baby mama has 3 baby daddies. I know that sounds crazy, right? Let me break this down, right? So, when I got with my baby mama, I told y'all before, my first child is not my biological child. I took that child in when I first met my baby mama and her kid. The kid was only 6 months old. She never had a daddy. So guess what? That was probably another Pookie situation going on. You know what I'm saying? The baby daddy never been around. The child never had a daddy. You know what I'm saying? So when I came into that child life, I was all that child known. You know what I'm saying? Now she 9 years old. When I came into her life, she was 6 months. She is 9 years old. I never missed a day of her life. Flat out. Same thing with my second child. So I was rocking with my baby mama and the first child for about a year and a half, 2 years. And then we had my biological child. This is when my first child came in with my baby mama that already had a child before I met her. You know what I'm saying? And I took that child in. That's my kid. And it wasn't for no pussy. It wasn't for none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was, I genuinely had a connection for that child. And it shows because here it is, almost 10 years later, I'm still a great father to that child. You know what I'm saying? So child number 2 came in, which was my first biological. You know what I'm saying? After that, like 2 years later, she ended up getting pregnant again for a third time and had a baby by another nigga. So she got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. I have 1 baby mama, 2 kids, but only 1 biological child. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this shit go on all the time, all across the board, man. So listen, right? To the fellas, please be, what's the word I'm looking for? Conscious of the type of woman that you cohabitate with, the type of woman you want to reproduce with, the type of woman that you want to have an offspring with to raise up. And with my kids, like, you know what, I be derailing. Let me get back to my kids. So, well, like I said, with the kids and everything, right? After she had the third kid, she tried to blame that third one on me, right? I wasn't going for it. I did a DNA test. So after the DNA test, I mailed copies to all her family members. Because of course she told all her family members that I was the father of the third kid. Because my baby mama knew that I was a good kid to the first two kids. So basically she wanted me to be there for the third kid too. I wasn't having that. So I mailed copies to all her people. They got on her ass, right? She came back at me talking about I betrayed her by telling her family that I wasn't the father, pretty much. So she started mistreating the kids to try and get at me. This is why I came and got my kids, because I wasn't playing it. And this might have been like the same situation with the girl that I was talking about through this whole live, the Kelly chick. Might have been the same thing. She probably did the same thing to her kids. She probably started mistreating them for the excuse me. She probably started mistreating them because of the Pookie. Right? But guess what? I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, but I'm just giving a scenario. This might have happened. You know what I'm saying? And the Pookie probably like, I don't give a fuck anyway. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there for the kids anyway, so I don't care what's going on right now. You know? That's probably exactly what happened. And she just gave up and said, you know what? Fuck it. My baby daddy / baby daddies ain't helping out. I don't got no support. Fuck them kids. And now she is in court in the county jail, in Oakland County Jail. The worst county jail to be in, honestly. Oakland County Jail is one of the richest counties in America. Let me go ahead and break that down real quick since we here. You know what I'm saying? I just spoke on Oakland County plenty of times. Plenty of fucking times. But let me say this real quick. Since we had a situation come out of Pontiac, right? Pontiac is the only ghetto city in Oakland County. The only. Oakland County is a prestige county. It's full of rich people. West Bloomfield, Troy, Rochester Hills, Royal Oak, Birmingham, Huntington Woods, Oak Park, Southfield, Farmington, Farmington Hills, West Bloomfield Township, because that's a whole nother city inside of West Bloomfield. You know what I'm saying? Sylvian Lake, Kego Harbor, blah, 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 blah the fucking blah. There's plenty of cities in Oakland County. And all of those cities is rich cities. All of them people have money, except Pontiac. Pontiac is the only ghetto city in Oakland County. The one and only. Do your homework. Check out Oakland County right now. Oakland County, Michigan. Check it out right now. Pontiac is the only ghetto city in Oakland County. Not only that, guess where Oakland County Jail is at? In Pontiac, Michigan. In the same fucking city that they only got, the only ghetto city they got in a county. And they got the county jail in that city. Why is that? So that when them ghetto niggas act up out there, they can walk their ass right to the county jail. It ain't nowhere far for them to go. Y'all ready to go home? Psh, right up the street, right up Telegraph. All them other cities in Oakland County, they a distance away from Oakland County Jail. But Pontiac, the only ghetto city out there, they right down the street from Oakland County Jail. So yeah, act up if you want to. Your ass getting shit right there. Here's another fact about Pontiac. Pontiac does not have a police department. So it ain't no Pontiac police. There's no such thing. No such thing. Look it up if you want to. There's no such thing as Pontiac police. They don't have a police department in Pontiac. All they have is the sheriffs and the state troopers. The sheriffs come from Oakland County Jail. The troopers come from Oakland County Jail, which is in Pontiac, which is right down the street from the ghetto. Why do you think it's set up like that? I'm telling y'all now, man. Like I said before, technology today is so far advanced. Everybody keep talking about the end of the world. Dog, the world ain't nowhere near at an end. I can promise you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't look. I would turn over my YouTube channel to somebody that could prove to me that the end of the world is here. Here, you can have my shit. Even with my shit going up and it's doing this thing, it's doing good. Here, you can have it. If you could prove to me that the end of the world is here, prove it. Don't talk about it. Don't give me no damn fake ass scientific graphics of it. Give me proof that the end of the world is here. I would be done with YouTube. No lie. Promise you. You know what I'm saying? This is proof that the world is nowhere near at an end. Nowhere near. And I just spoke on this a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? But my point is right here, it's this technology, man. Technology is real out here. It's real. And it's only getting stronger. That lets you know that it's a lot of life left. It's a lot of things that need to be done. It's a lot of things that need to be accomplished. They out here building robots to try and replace us. But these robots, they malfunction. They not making it. They can't do what we do. So in a sense, they still trying to build them, trying to replace us, but they know in a sense that it's not. So they still technologizing, however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? They still trying to get better with this shit. If the end of the world was here, they wouldn't be doing that. What would they be doing that for when the world about to end? They working harder and harder on these bots to improve shit. This lets you know that we have a whole lot of life left. You know what I'm saying? So trust and believe, man. It ain't nowhere near over, man. Nowhere near, man. The technology is too strong. Technology ain't never been at a limit like this, ever. And technology ain't nowhere near done. It's advancing by the moment. You know what I'm saying? So nowhere near over with. You feel me? The people that is over with is for the people that's in prison. It's over with for them. But if you free, which is you, the type of person that I speak to all the time, this is why I tell you prison stories and I tell you what's going on, because I don't want you to go there. I don't. Prison is for a certain kind of person. If you ain't that certain kind of person, it ain't for you. It's not for you. And the certain type of person that I'm speaking on is the type of person that don't have no regards for life. If you have any type of regards for life, prison ain't for you. And guess what? I can tell you something about this Kelly girl. 9 times out of 10, she had regards for life. She just didn't know that what she did was going to cost her the way that it did. And it is. I can guarantee you that. Because she thought that leaving them at home by themselves and they good, and she come check on them here and there, throw them a pizza or whatever, wave to them, they good. But that shit then pretty much spiraled into like a damn near a homicide for her. Honestly. Because they not going to let her out. And when it's time for her to get sentenced, she going to get found guilty. and she going to the big house. The one and only big house in Michigan. Her ass is going there. She done. She gonna be a product of the environment. She gonna be one of the few inmates in there that didn't actually commit a crime, but is locked up for a crime. That sounds crazy, don't it? You don't always gotta kill or rob somebody to go to prison. You could do just about anything. Just like getting yourself into the county jail. You could be jaywalking across the street. I just told you I've been to the county jail 1,000 times. On my kids, I done been there. Oh my God. It's been times, look, I'm gonna be real. It's been times I got out of the county jail, and the day I got out, I went right back. And it was for some petty shit, driving on suspended, you know what I'm saying, running a red light, no seatbelt, blah, 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 blah. Boom. I'm right back in jail the same day. So just know, it don't take much for your ass to go back to jail. Like, you can go back to jail right now. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to go there. It's hard to get out. And I know y'all done heard that term 1,000 times. And it's the truth. It's easy to get in there. It's hard to get out. Real talk. So, the next time you think that you could do something slick to your kids or whatever the case is, technology watching you, baby. It's been another live stream and roll up a power up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.